So, hello again. We are back. It's now June, Jubilee weekend, maybe. And we're going camping, like proper camping. So, we've got the car is all full, and we're only going away for 3 nights, 4 days in total, driving down to the New Forest. So we do have the bicycle. I don't know if you can see it in amongst all that. So I'm going to take Tobin for a little bike ride through the forest. He's got his little balance bike as well. I can ride around the campsite. But the campsite we're going to apparently has ponies in it, because it's actually in the New Forest. There's no electric, so we've had to buy a power bank charging unit thing, which I might review later. Haven't decided yet to see how well it goes. But we're going to head down 2.5-hour drive from Northampton to New Forest, and we will catch up with you in a little bit. See ya. Bye. So we've made it down to the New Forest and to Holland Wood camp. The campsite itself is a bit unique. It's in the New Forest itself. There's no electricity hookup, so everything's battery powered. You can request for them to charge stuff for a set price, but I'm not bothered. But there's no dedicated patches or pitches or anything. You kind of just anywhere you want. You just keep driving around until you find a spot that you like, and that's about it. So yeah, we just found a little spot, pitched our tent, and then set up camp for the day. We did head down for some dinner, and we went into Hurst, I think it was, and to our Wetherspoons, because that was the easy thing we could find. It was quick, simple, and we know the food's going to be of a certain standard. But on the way back, we found this little creek. I don't know if you can see it there. It's fantastic. I have my feet in the water as we speak, and you can walk up and down and play, and it can get quite deep, and it's fairly shallow, so Tobin's enjoying himself. And there are some little fishies. So we're going to catch up with you tomorrow at some point. I'm not too sure what the plans are for the day, but it's going to be a castle or a beach or back to the creek or something. Who knows? See you then. Bye. Let's catch you up. So on Friday we went to the beach. We were meant to go to the castle, Hurst Castle, but we decided not to. Well, we couldn't really. The parking was absolutely rammed and we couldn't get parked. So if you can't park, you can't get in the ferry. If you can't get in the ferry, you can't go to the castle. Simple as. We could have walked, but it was like 2 miles on shale and stuff, and Tobin wouldn't have done that. So we spent the day on the beach, we had some lunch, had a walk around, we flew a kite, and we tried to catch crabs. But yeah, that was about it. End of the day, we ended up going to see one of my old school friends who lives in Southampton. So I met up with them in the evening and had a lovely night and dinner and everything like that. Today, the Saturday, we ended up going to Hurst Castle. We got up early, we managed to get parking. It was free parking today for some reason, which was even better. And then got Hurst Castle. We also got over to Calshot Castle. And then we just drove around, had some dinner, and we're back at the campsite now. But we've managed to find the field with ponies. So we got some ponies just over there. I'm not getting too close because they're a bit skittish and we've been told not to, so. Fortunately, I'm not allowed to fly my drone, so I haven't been able to get that up in the air, which is a shame because it would look really nice. But we've had a little bike ride, we've been through the forest, we've played a little creek. So tomorrow we are packing up in the morning and we're going to go to Beaulieu Castle. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's spelled Beaulieu, but pronounced Beaulieu, whatever. We're going to see what the day's like there and then head back home in the evening. So we'll catch up with you when we get a little bit further back home. Bye. back from the New Forest now. So we spent the day at Beaulieu, the National Motor Museum. I don't really know what to expect. It was a bit of everything. There was a massive play area for Tobin with a huge big tree house there in between the trees. There was a monorail, there was a palace, there's gardens which you never got to. They were having a Porsche day as well, which we didn't know about. So there was Porsches everywhere. And yeah, obviously the motor museum, and there's a Top Gear tent. There's just loads of things to do. So definitely worth going if you're into cars in any way. There's a James Bond exhibition. They had cars from like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Mr. Bean. So everything from racing to motorbikes to vehicles, buses. Yeah, anything that's to do with motoring, really. But otherwise, it was a good day. Drive up was great. It stayed dry most of the day. It rained right at the very end. But to sum up the 4 days we were away, really good. We had sun. We had a nice campsite. It was a bit noisy. We might, if we go back, we might say stay the other side of the campsite. But it was a good campsite. There was nothing really overly wrong with it. Nothing fantastic, but it was good. The food we ate at pubs and out, the beaches. It was just a very good 4 days away, which is nice for a change. So we're next heading to Sherwood Forest in about 3 weeks or something like that. So we're going to catch up with you all then. But overall, this was a good 4 days away over the Jubilee weekend. So see you next time. Bye.